Hi everyone! I'm so excited for today's video because I finally have with me the Sailor Moon collection from Colourpop. As a little background story with this, I actually got the email alert that Colourpop was coming out with the Sailor Moon collection I think back in June or July, but I wasn't really planning on purchasing this because Colourpop doesn't deliver here to the Philippines. Out of excitement, I just sent my best friend Nat, who lives in New York, a picture of the Sailor Moon collection from Colourpop, and he said that he was going to try to get us each full collection. But you know, with these things, when it's being launched for the first time or being relaunched, the collection runs out after a few minutes. And luckily for Nat and I, he was able to get a collection for each of us. Now, I was expecting to get these anytime soon because, you know, with COVID-19 and travel restrictions, it's quite difficult to have things sent from the United States to the Philippines. But luckily for me, Nat's brother, Gigi, was actually coming home because he had some paperwork to do, and he was able to bring this with him and had it delivered here to me in Manila because my hometown is from Cebu, so it's an hour away by plane. So I'm just so glad I was able to get this because I was expecting that I would get this by next year or even longer because who knows how traveling is going to be after this pandemic. Now, I was very excited with this collection because I am a fan of Sailor Moon. Not a huge fan, but a proper fan. And I actually have some stuff, like I have a Sailor Moon doll with me, and I also have one of the mangas. So the manga here, they have 18 volumes, and this is the 10th volume. And when I went to the Kyoto International Manga Museum, last year in 2019, before I went to the Fudematsuri Festival, I actually browsed through the entire Sailor Moon collection that they have there. So it was very, very interesting for me. And the other thing that I'm very excited for with this collection is because I have heard so much of Colourpop and, you know, their products, their color payoff, and their packaging. So this is like hitting two birds with one stone for me because finally I am able to try products from Colourpop. This is a very special day for me. Okay, the Sailor Moon collection from Colourpop comes with an eyeshadow palette, 2 lip bundles, 2 blushes, and 2 body glitters. The packaging here is quite uniform. It's all pink and you have Sailor Moon in them. The other thing that I have to say is that with the blushes, I wish that they had different packaging for the different colors, just so that, you know, just for variety, and it would be much more easier for me to identify which blush is which. And also that goes for the body glitter because again, they come in the same package. Whoa! They come in the same packaging, same design, same everything. So I wish they had like some marker of sort just so that we know which type of body glitter is in the box. Now, the reason why I'm saying that is because the lip bundles actually differ in packaging design. So I wish they were able to do something similar to the other products in the line because it's just a nice diversity to the packaging design if that was so. Before we delve into trying the products, I'm gonna put some foundation to half of my face because I want to see how some of the products will work on plain skin and how it will work on skin that is actually made up. I'm just gonna put on some foundation, concealer, and powder. So yes, as you can see from my background, I am now back in my home here in Metro Manila. I actually arrived here a week or so ago because work was calling, and I've actually had the Sailor Moon collection with me for quite a while now, but I just took some time for me to create this video because I had to settle in my home again. I had to fix stuff, and then there was also a storm, so there was a lot of things that I needed to take care of before it hit here in Metro Manila. And then I'm also very happy to say that I was able to go back to work in the studio late last week, so that in itself made me quite busy, which I was so grateful for because it's nice to be back in your element. So as you can see here, I've actually set up my recording area here by my home office, and I'm actually very near the door right now because I actually prefer to shoot with as much natural daylight as possible because it's just much more better for the skin tone, and it's just much more better quality in terms of picture. And I'm actually at the very edge of my door right now because if I shoot anywhere inside the room, it's gonna be very dark on the video. So if the light changes, that's because it's quite cloudy. So I apologize for that in advance. Now that I have foundation on and sun concealer and powder, let's start with blush so that we can add some color to the face. And this collection actually has 2 blushes. Now I love the front packaging of the actual blush itself because this is taken from the first season of the first episode of the anime. So this was when Luna and Usagi first met, when Luna was being bullied by a group of young boys, and they even put like a sticker on top of her crescent moon sign on her forehead. So this is very cute, but I wish that they had different hologram designs on the packaging because, you know, just for diversity, that would be so great. And if we open up the packaging, we actually have 2 very bright colors. So this color, this matte pink color, is called From the Moon. Am I correct? Yes, it is From the Moon. And I love the embossing of Luna on the blush itself. I know it's inverted because if I put this right side up, you can see the mirror reflecting from everything. And then the other blush that we have here, it's like a peachy, orangey, slightly pink shade with some silver shimmer in it, again with the Luna embossing on the blush. And this is called Cat's Eye. So it's very, very cute. Okay, let's swatch these on my arm and see how they look like. So the first color that we have here is From the Moon. Okay, so wow, that's a very, very pigmented color, very matte pink, can be a bit chalky. And the other color that we have here is Cat's Eye. Now that one reminds me of the Orgasm blush from NARS. So I think the main difference is that this has more of a silvery shimmer, while the NARS one has a combination of silver and gold. Oh, this is cute. Okay, so let's try to see how this would appear on my skin. Okay, so basing on that swatch alone, we have to be very, very careful with this product because it is quite pigmented. Let's try to see how well it applies and layers onto our skin. Ah. Okay, so this is very, very pigmented, so a little of the product will go a long, long way. And it's actually very easy to build the color. I like that. Okay, that sits very well on top of foundation. Now let's try here on the other side, on plain skin. Okay, so you still get the same intensity, although it's much more muted because, you know, there's no foundation on top. But other than that, this is also very great. It's also very easy to blend. Oh wow. This brings like a nice pop of color to your cheeks. I like this. Okay, so let's try the other one. Let's try Cat's Eye. Now because this has shimmer in it, I'm not gonna use it as a blush per se, but I'm gonna use it as like a topper. Almost like a highlight of sorts. Okay. I wasn't expecting this to be also very highly pigmented. Now, I also like the peachy color. It looks very, very fresh. Okay, let me just get the brush that I used earlier for the powder, just to mix everything. And I like that you can also like create your own color by mixing both of the blushes together. Okay, so these are the blushes. I really like that, especially on plain skin. Very nice. I enjoy this. Okay, next what we're going to talk about is the pièce de résistance of the collection, which is the eyeshadow palette. Now it is still cute. I can see the hologram here at the very front packaging, and if I just move it a little bit, you can see that Usagi's mouth is opening and closing. So basing on this, I think this is going to be a very, very playful palette. Okay, so as you can see here, this is a collection of 12 colors. I can see that there are some matte colors here, some shimmery colors, and some glittery eyeshadow colors as well. So as I've said earlier, based on the packaging, this is going to be a very, very playful palette. And from the get-go, I can see that it's a very pastel-y color mix. So this colors will actually work on people who have lighter colored eyes, so those who have light blue eyes or blue eyes, green and honey colored eyes, because these will complement that eye color very, very well. Because after all, if we look at Sailor Moon's eyes here, she has blue eyes. Okay, so I'm just gonna flip my camera over so that we can see how these swatches are going to look like on my skin. Okay, let's open this up and let's start our swatching. So the first color that we're swatched is called Shining Moon. Okay, this is a very nice light beigey color with some shimmer on it. This can be a nice highlighter for your brow bone area. Okay, the next color that we're going to try is called Full Moon. Okay, so this is a very, very like foily type of eyeshadow. It's very, very light, so it's not as strong as it appears on the pan. Okay, the next color, this yellow here, I think this has some shimmer. It's called Justice. Okay, so it can be a little bit chalky, but it's a very interesting color. This will work well on Sailor Moon's eyes because Sailor Moon's eyes are blue, so this is like a nice complementary color. Okay, so the next color that we're going to try is called Twilight Flash. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this to be orangey because it actually looks beige on the palette here. Oh, it's an interesting color. It's matte as well, so I think this can be a good transition color. Okay, the next color that we're going to try is the one named Silver Millennium. Oh wow, this is a nice silver foil, so a complete counterpart to the full moon color that we see here. Oh, this is nice. Silver Millennium is where Sailor Moon used to live before she was sent to Earth by her mom. Okay, the next color that we have here is called Tuxedo Rose. Ooh, that's a very nice pink color. It also has like some silver shimmer on it, so that's cute. Okay, so I'm gonna clean my arm so that we can swatch the next 6 colors. Okay, so let's swatch this color. It's named the Silver Crystal. Oh wow, it looks silvery, but to my eye it has a little hint of pink on it. So it's actually much more stronger in terms of the reflectivity than the full moon and the Silver Millennium. Okay, next what we have here is Mare Serenitatis. Wow, that's a mouthful. But actually, Mare Serenitatis is where Silver Millennium is located on the moon. It's an actual, oh wow, that's a very nice reflective and glittery eyeshadow color. Now, as you actually blend it out, you lose the glitter, and it's a very nice rose gold color. That's kind of cute. I like that color. I'm a sucker for rose gold colors. Okay, the next color that we have here is called Love. And this eyeshadow can be a little bit chalky, and it has some silver shimmer in it. My arm is full of shimmer already. So this is kind of cute. This will work well with people who have nice blue eyes or green eyes even. Okay, next. The next color that we're going to try is the one named Moon Castle. Okay, so this is a very pinky brown, more pink than brown. It's a nice matte color. I like it, but it's just too light for me. I don't think I can use this for enhancing a socket line because it's too light. But again, we can use this to diffuse color as well. So that's cool. And this color next is called Luna. This is a nice shimmery purple. Oh wow, it's a foil purple. Oh wow, this is nice. I'm not expecting this type of color payoff from this palette. It's very, very playful as I thought it would be. Okay, oops. So this is actually a very nice purplish violet color that will work well with people who again have green eyes, blue eyes, or light brown eyes, or honey colored eyes. So this is cute. So it is a very, very playful palette. So that's all the colors swatched on my skin. Okay, now that we've seen all of that, let me just remove all of the glitter that I have here, if I can, on my fingers and on my arm, because it's just like moon dust erupted all over me. So be very careful with that. And based on the swatching alone, I think that if you're going to use this for your eyes, you have to use an eye base just so that you can avoid having fallout from all of the glitter and all of the talc that's found in some of the eyeshadows. Okay, let's play with some colors in my eyes, and I'm just gonna move forward so that we can see things much more closely. Okay, so as I've said earlier, this will work with very light colored eyes, and it's a little bit tricky for me because I don't see any deep eyeshadow colors here, which we can use for definition, even like as an eyeliner, things like that. But I think these can be all used as toppers. Now, I'm also very apprehensive in using the eyeshadows that have red undertones here, because this will make me look sick, or it will make my eyes look like, you know, I have a fever or something like that. So I'm a little bit confused as well. Now, although this color here called Mare Serenitatis is a very nice rose gold color, but it's just too chunky that if I wear them on my eyes, it's gonna be a little bit painful, especially when I press them into my eyelid. So this palette can be quite limiting, but I think this can be a nice addition to any other palette that you have, just so that you can diversify and add, you know, a girly theme to your eye color. But for today, I think I don't know which color to choose. I'm gonna start with this color, but before I'm gonna apply that on my eyelid, I'm gonna apply an eye base first, just so we can see how well the color pays off. I'm gonna leave this eye without an eye base so that we can see how the color adheres to natural skin, and also how the color will appear on plain skin. Okay, the name of this eyeshadow color is called Miracle Romance, and it's a very nice violet-y color, and it's matte, so that should be great to use on my eye. And this will also work with people who have brown eyes like I do. Oh wow, look at how pigmented that color is. Now, I was right in saying that this was going to be a very playful palette. It's giving me a nice 60s kind of vibe. Oh wow, how cool is that? I like this. Okay, let's blend that out. So yes, I'm a fan of Sailor Moon. I actually watched the anime around 1996 or 1997 when I was around, was it first year high school or second year high school? I can't remember anymore. But yeah, it used to be shown on Saturdays on ABC5, a local station. And I would rush back home, especially if I had school or I'll be playing out with friends. I would rush back home because I wanted to watch this anime. So it's really, really formative for me. And I love the storyline as well. You know, it's about friendship and feminism, and about not being scared of facing your destiny. Although there are some melodramatic moments, but that's a part of appeal of Sailor Moon, I think. And also that's because of watching that anime, I have learned to pick up a few words in Japanese, which has helped me over the years when I need to buy food and stuff, or get on the bus to the brush festival. Okay, so a little bit of difference. With the eye base, the color is much more brighter. And the eye without an eye base is much more muted because it's directly mixing with the pigment of my skin. Now, because sometimes with the eye base, it creates a very nice even color. So that's why when you put eyeshadow on top of an eye base, you actually see the much more true nature of the eyeshadow. So, but then again, even if you wear this without an eye base, it still has a very nice color payoff. And it's also very easy to blend, and it's very easy to layer. Interesting. Now, I do understand the appeal of Colourpop is because aside from being affordable, The colors are also very playful in their collection. I've seen some on their website, but this is actually the very first time that I have tried their products. Okay, let's add some on the lower lash line. Okay, that's a very nice color. I like that. And I was also very scared that it might not be wearable because the colors are very, very bright. But you know, if you just mix everything and diffuse them properly, it should be all good. Okay, the next color that I like to play with is this color here. It's called Justice, and it's a nice yellow with a little bit of, is it gold or silver shimmer? I think it's like a silvery shimmer, or maybe a hint of gold. So what I'm gonna use this color for is at the inner corners, just for some drama, also just for some highlight and just to open up our eyes. My boyfriend's washing the dishes. So the color story that I'm putting on my eyes reminds me of an orchid. Okay, so this is a very interesting color and also a very interesting formula. Now, one thing that you have to be very careful with is product fallout, because this has a lot of shimmer in it. So I can already see that some of the colors are actually falling down into my lower lids. So I actually wasn't expecting that. And the thing with shimmers and glitters is that if it falls onto your skin, it's very difficult to remove them. Now, I wish that the color palette had at least one or two dark colors, which we could have used for depth or maybe as an eyeliner. Because if we look at the packaging and if we look at Sailor Moon's eyes here, her lash line is actually very, very defined. Like if this could have like a very nice deep blue eyeshadow for eyeliner or for definition, or even a black, this would have been so great. Because I would really like to have some eyeliner at the moment. Wait, I have something to show you guys. Ta-da! So this is like the cutie rod. So this was Sailor Moon's staff during the second season of the anime series. Isn't it so cute? Now, this is not part of the Colourpop Sailor Moon collection, but this was actually a gift to me by Nat when he went to Hong Kong. And this is actually a eyeliner. So I'm gonna use this for our eyeliner today, just to add some drama. So I'm gonna just line the upper lash line with this. Okay, I like the intensity of this black eyeliner. It's quite buildable, so I'm good with that. Okay, so now it's making my eyes a little bit round. And let's just add a very nice flick here at the very end. Okay, let's add some here on the other eyelid. Okay, so I'm good with that. I'm quite surprised also. This is the first time I'm using this eyeliner, the Sailor Moon eyeliner, and I like the payoff, and it's also making my eyes a bit rounder like Sailor Moon. So let's even make it rounder some more by putting on some mascara. I'm not gonna put any false eyelashes today because I don't want the false eyelashes to overpower the eyeshadow story that we're creating for this palette. Now, I'm using a volumizing mascara though because Sailor Moon is known to have lots of lashes. Okay, so my lashes are now quite volumized. So let's add a little bit here to the inner corner. Okay, I'm gonna leave my eyebrows bare because I don't want to overpower my eyes. And let's just keep it at this natural state so that when you look at me, all you'll see is the color of the eyeshadow. Okay, I think I would like to add a topper onto my eyelids. So I'm gonna use the color named Silver Millennium, and I'm just gonna use my finger for this, and I'm just gonna lightly tap it in the middle just for some added drama. So it's actually very easy to use also the eyeshadows with your fingers. Okay, so this is a very nice silvery color, and I would like to bring some of that shimmer down onto the eyeliner just for some added drama. So next we're going to do, I'm gonna use this color. I'm gonna add some highlights to my brow bone And this will also help, you know, just to blend out the edges with the Miracle Romance eyeshadow that I applied earlier. Okay, I'm so happy that I was able to create a wearable eye look with the eyeshadow palette, because truthfully, after I have swatched them, I knew that I'm gonna be having a little bit of trouble creating an eyeshadow look, because they were very light in color, and they were very shimmery, and they were just falling all over the place. But I liked how this turned out. It's very playful, very girly, and it's also very sweet looking, so I like that. Okay, so the next thing that we're going to talk about is the lip bundle. So we have Daylight and Moonlight. Now, I haven't used any lip products from Colourpop ever, so I'm very interested in trying this out today. Okay, for the Daylight lip bundle, we have two lip products here. One looks like liquid lipstick, and the other one is lip gloss. So let's swatch these. It's scented. The gloss has a vanilla flavor. Interesting. Okay, so let's swatch the lip products. So let's swatch the product named Usagi first. Okay, so I wasn't expecting this lip product to be sheer. And next, I'm going to swatch the gloss, which is named Moon Tiara. Okay, that's very natural. The color just disappeared into my skin. Okay, now for the Moonlight bundle, we have again two colors. Now I can see here that the blotted lip is actually lighter than the Daylight color. It's much more mauve. This one is much more warm in color, so this is cooler. And then for the lip gloss, this is called Sailor Moon. So this one is much more, again, it's still orangey, but I think this has much more golden shimmer in it. And it still smells like vanilla. We're gonna swatch is called Bunhead. It's so funny because that's actually the term Mamoru called Sailor Moon when they first met during the first episode of the anime. And remember that she was taking an exam, and then she went to the arcade, or she was going to the arcade, and she was having a conversation with herself what she's going to tell her mom for the grades that she got for the exam. And then she threw away the paper, and it actually hit Mamoru on the head, I think, if I remember. And then after that, Mamoru just started calling her Usagi Bunhead. So that is the Bunhead lip gloss, and it's actually lighter than the Usagi. Is this right? Yeah, the Usagi blotted lip on the Daylight bundle. And let's try the lip gloss. Okay, so this is much more golden. You can see it more than Moon Tiara gloss from the Daylight bundle. So these are actually very wearable together or by themselves. Okay, so let's try the Moonlight lip bundle. This is actually the first time that I tried lip products from Colourpop, and it's very different from liquid lipsticks that I've seen before from other people, because it's not as opaque. Maybe that's why it's called a lip blot, a blotted lip, I'm sorry. It's like giving your lip a nice stain or something. And it's quite comfortable on the lips. It's not like some of those long-wearing lip products wherein it starts to get very tacky, like even to the point that when you press your lips, it becomes very difficult for you to open them back. It's very comfortable. I'm so surprised. Okay, so let's try on the lip gloss. Let's try the one named Sailor Moon, of course, because when she transformed into Sailor Moon, she also has lip gloss. That was the thing that got to me when I first saw that, when she was undergoing her transformation process, and then she also had lip gloss on. So I was like, wow, what kind of an anime is this? Okay, so the gloss is very light. It smells amazing. But if you're allergic to scents in your skincare or in your makeup, be very careful with this. There. I actually don't like using matte lipsticks very much, because I don't like it when I lose dimension on my lips. And this is very nice. It looks hydrated, and it also feels comfortable, and it's not that sticky. So this is very good on the lips. Yeah, so I like this. Now the other two products in the collection are these two body glitters. So one is a very nice purplish color, and one is a very nice opalescent pink. So this is actually the first time that I have seen a product like this. Look at that. The glitters are very, very chunky. I think you cannot use this on your eyes. Yeah, it says here on the instructions that you can only use this for your body. So let's try swatching that anyway, just so that we can see how this would look like. I mean, you can try putting this on your cheeks, but it's going to be very, very difficult for you to clean it off. Okay, so the glitters are very, very chunky. So this is from the body glitter named Moon Prism Power Makeup. The glitters are like shaped into like a crescent moon and a star. And let's try the other one. The opalescent pink color. Oh my gosh, there's a lot of color. Okay, this one actually has gold glitter in them. So let's swatch that. It doesn't smell anything. It doesn't smell funky, but it smells very synthetic. So I don't know if that's the gel formula. Yeah, so this is the body gel named, what is this? Moonlight Legend. It's much more pink and with much more yellow gold glitters on it. So it looks very playful, but it's not for me. Okay, I'm just gonna go wash this off because if I don't, glitter is gonna erupt all over my table at the moment. So I'll be right back. Okay, so now that I've removed much of the glitter that's in my hands, I've played with too much glitter and shimmer today. Here are my final thoughts on the Sailor Moon collection from Colourpop. Overall, it's not bad. I would begin first with the packaging. I do love the packaging. The packaging is great. It brings back so much memories. This was a big hit in the early 90s, especially when I was growing up in high school. I do remember seeing this all the time, so this is very nostalgic to me. And I also love the actual carton packagings that they come in. So I like the reflective crescent moons. I also love the caricature of Sailor Moon here. So it's very, very appealing. Now, of all the products in the collection, I like the blushes the most. I love the color. We have a matte and a shimmer, so we have diversity. I like how they layered. I like how it applies on plain skin and on skin with foundation. And I also like their intensity. And I really like the shape of the pan, how big it is, because it would fit most of the brushes that I use for blushes. I love these. I will keep this in my makeup kit. I just have to label them differently because the packaging at the front is similar. Now for the lip bundles, I wish that they were much more different because when we're looking at it right now, they look very, very similar. Now, although I have to say that the lipsticks are actually quite different, but it's a very close color. Like the blotted lip from the Moonlight bundle, which is called Bunhead, is actually a mauvish color. And the blotted lip from the Daylight bundle, which is called Usagi, am I right? Yeah, it's called Usagi. It's actually much more orangey. Although they are pink based, I wish one of the lip products was a little bit darker in terms of intensity so that we can just have some diversity. Also, it goes for the lip glosses. One is a much more yellow gold and one is a much more orangey gold. But if you're not as discerning with colors, it would really look the same. So I wish that it was more diverse, like maybe one would be a much more lilac-y color. That would have been great, and that would have been much more cohesive with the colors that you see in the eyeshadow palette. And lastly, the least favorite products that I have on the collection are actually the body glitters. I just found that the glitters were too chunky and I didn't like how they smell like. So it smelled very synthetic, very plasticky, so I didn't like that. Now, I wish that, I don't think that this was needed in the collection. Maybe if they added like maybe a volumizing mascara or an eyeliner to the collection, it would have been a much more cohesive collection because you know, Sailor Moon has eyelashes and she has eyeliner. See. So that would have been much more appropriate because these two are really not needed because the eyeshadow palette alone is very shimmery. So there was just too much shimmer going on in the collection. But then again, we can't blame them because there's actually too much shimmer and glow and glitter going on in the entire Sailor Moon franchise. So that's it for me today. I hope you enjoyed this mini get together that I have with Colourpop and Sailor Moon. It's been very, very interesting for me. And if you have any questions with the products that I used, how I used them, please leave them down in the comments box below and let's have a conversation about this. And if you have this collection with you, please let me know which are your favorite products to use and why do you like using them. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're having a good day wherever you are. Bye, you guys. Here. Okay, the next color that I would like to play with,